Let's get it. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Where we do not teach you how to rise to the occasion here, folks. We teach you how to fall to your level of preparation. As you can see, an indoor Move Swiftly thought today. Not something I normally do, but dealing with some cold weather out here. I will say cold. Florida cold weather out here in South Florida. Seeing that I wake up so early before the sun comes up, it does get to be a lot, and I needed to sweat. So, again, we don't make excuses around here. We just adjust, get stuff done, and still do what we need to do in order to serve the people, serve the clients, serve the folks that are really actually about it. So, all that being said, first of all, let me actually shout out all the new subscribers. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the number one platform on innovative teamwork. It used to be the number one podcast on innovative teamwork. Now we have upgraded to a platform on innovative teamwork. And saying that brings me to today's Move Swiftly thought, which I gotta react to a college football extravaganza. All right, we're treated to from New Year's Eve night to New Year's Day, treated to some solid college football, 2 conventional blowouts and 2 somewhat really good games. And I'll just tell you right now, straight up from jump, the last time I picked the damn Georgia Bulldogs to win national championship. That's 2 years in a row I've picked the Georgia Bulldogs to win the national championship, and they have fallen short of the expectation. All right, and much respect to Ole Miss. In fact, I'm actually inspired by the Ole Miss story because it brings me to exactly what we have to take away from the game of college football and what the game of football teaches. And ask yourself this question, particularly for my business owners out there now that are struggling with teamwork, struggling with finding your place, struggling with being in a situation in which you're doing too much. Ask yourself the question, if you were to leave today, do you have somebody that can pick up the slack and lead the organization? Are your systems intact enough to lead the organization into a victory? Because that's exactly what the Ole Miss Rebels did, right? All the talk and all the drama going on with Lane Kiffin and him leaving for LSU and all that kind of stuff, and they go out and they take out the favorite. Again, in my opinion, it wasn't just me, but the favorites to win the national championship were the Georgia Bulldogs, and the Ole Miss Rebels played a gritty football game, and they went out and did what they have to do, and they won, right? From that point, you have Miami taking out the Ohio State Buckeyes. Again, what's been said about them throughout the... Now, again, I'm a Michigan fan, diehard Michigan fan here, so as much as I like seeing Ohio State lose, I don't like the fact that it shows how bad we were this year in terms of how they manhandled us, and it showed how bad Ohio State actually was throughout the year, and the fact that they manhandled us the way they manhandled us shows us just how bad we were throughout the year. But again, that season's over. We're on to the Kyle Whittingham era. But understand, whether it is the Miami Hurricanes upsetting Ohio State, whether it is Oregon to Texas Tech, that wasn't an upset, or Alabama getting their ass kicked. That was another surprising thing about the weekend, is Alabama got their ass kicked. There wasn't a close game between Alabama and Indiana. It was, hey, the Indiana Hoosiers are for real. They absolutely took belt to ass. Listen, when I watched that whole game, they took belt to ass to the Alabama Crimson Tide, which, I'm sitting there befuddled at knowing, just watching what I'm watching, that the Indiana Hoosiers, a basketball school, taking belt to ass to the Alabama Crimson Tide at the Rose Bowl of all places. Again, systems, and then you got to look again. Curt Cignetti, former Alabama coach, went to the FCS level, was able to merge, get a solid mix of organizations, solid mix of players to go out and win it. So I say all this to say this: when it comes to college football, it is wide open. It's wide open. There's absolutely no telling who's going to win the national championship, which means you got to watch the games, which I'm really, really excited to watch. Seeing that one is going to be on my birthday coming up Thursday, and then the other one's going to be the Friday night. So I'm really, really pumped about watching those games and really allowing me. It's going to be a great week. We'll just say it like that. But the lesson that we got to take away from this in terms of what it is we do as a business is make sure our systems are intact to where we're bringing people up behind us to where if something was to happen to us as business owners, there's systematic things in place to where people can pick up the slack, your people behind you can pick up the slack and still go out and get the win. So again, I can't even make a prediction. I'll tell you who I'd like to see win it. I'd like to see the Miami Hurricanes win it, seeing that I'm in South Florida, but I'm afraid to say it because again, who knows? I pick a team. My teams have been absolutely shit this year, so I pick a team and they may end up losing. So we'll see what happens with them against the Rebels. And then all this talk about the SEC, there's one SEC team in, and that's the Ole Miss Rebels, and their head coach had already left. So again, it's wide open this year. Looking forward to watching all of it and take lessons from the game and understanding what this playoffs, what the NIL, what the transfer portal, what it's done to college football. It's evened it out. It's a level playing field, and it's all out. However you want to get it, we can get it. And that's the kind of stuff we live for around here. So again, main website to check out to dive deeper into all the work I do. It's makeyourmove.com. It's makeymove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.